Welcome back to Tabletop Titans for our second hobby hang of 10th edition. Super excited to be here. Of course, my name is Adrian. I have here Mel with me and Cire.
Hello.
We're so happy to be here. We did the first one of these just a few weeks ago when we launched 10th edition. We had the Leviathan box, and we were kind of waiting on stuff to happen. So we said, you know what, let's do a hobby stream. What happened is everyone came out in force. You loved it. We really appreciate that. We said, and we say this a lot, but I just want to reinforce that it is true. You know, your comments, your sharing, and your subscribing and all that stuff does show us that people want to see this. So now that 10th has calmed down a little bit, we are here to paint the models and the projects that we are working on. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to paint.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've got Jungle Wolves.
The Jungle Wolves.
What's happening?
So you're working on some bases and maybe some cool shiny turbo dork stuff. So Ray, you're working on.
I have a dreadnought. I got a Deathwing dreadnought here. I'm going to have some fun with him.
You have one model.
One model.
It's a big model, though.
I have all of this,
model.
plus an entire thing over there, just in case. Like, I am overly ambitious for the next 2 hours.
Absolutely. Look, we have this exciting stuff, and I am, of course, working on some sisters who need some paint love. So this feels like a good opportunity to do some brushwork. I'm working on my Zephyrim today. It's going to be fun. We're going to be doing this for 2 hours. We're going to have a hard stop around 2 because we have lots of things going on. But of course, grab a project. Let us know what you're working on in the comments here. And if you have any questions, we also happen to know a thing or two about Warhammer and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll fill you in on it later.
Okay.
Yeah, we just bring him in because he looks good. But yeah, shall we do this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. Let's kick it off. Again, thank you everyone so much for joining us in chat. Willow asking, where's the Vallejo Blue Greens? You know what? I decided to bring a bit of diversity here. We have 2 Space Marines, and I said, let's show a non-Space Marines. I do have mine. I'm working on them. But I want to show a different army than the true blues, so to speak. Yeah. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I also, before we get too far into it, do want to give a shout out to Meg and Zach, who just launched their new hobby channel, which of course started here. It's super cool. It's called the Hobby Collab. So definitely go over and check that out. You know, we do some hobby content, but that's going to be totally dedicated to it. So highly recommend. Go over there, like, subscribe. It's really exciting to see them kind of setting out on their own, doing their project. And it's going to be a ton of fun. So shout out to y'all. You're killing it.
More content, more better. So excited that we can finally talk about what they're doing.
I know. It's been like, everyone's like, oh, where are they? We're like, well, wait and see.
Soon.
Here it is. Exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah,
and
exciting.
Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Let's see, people working on some Leviathan boxes. Krakinos loves your shirt, Mel.
Oh, thank you. Adrian got it for me, just randomly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was showing Liam an American Mall, and Mel needs some mushroom shirts.
Mel always needs mushroom shirts.
Exactly. Welcome. Let's take some super chats. I've got a kind of a weird setup today, so.
We do have a super chat from yesterday from Christos that I need to pull up.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
But jump into yours while I pull that up.
So
I see Christos in chat, and I've got you.
We've got you, Christos. Welcome a couple new people to Primarch level. Super exciting. We've got some things coming up for that, by the way. And speaking of, thank you, Ricardo, for the $20 super chat. Appreciate it. Hello from Bahrain. Okay, so you know Rudy's been with us on the hobby side for a while.
Yeah.
Stationed out in Bahrain. On duty today, and unfortunately we missed the stream. I joined Zach and Meg's YouTube channel. Oh, there we go. Okay, and wanted to show continued support for my TT family. My Tyranid ITC terrain is on the Discord and hope to get feedback.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah, we should check it out.
I'd love to do this. So this is something Rudy actually had messaged me asking about terrain in 10th edition.
Oh, really?
And so this is actually very fortuitous that he talks about it today, because we literally today from GW have the Leviathan tournament pack.
Oh, right.
One of the things they do is they actually lay out recommended terrain. So this answers some questions. So I'm going to pull that up, and we'll get chatting on it.
Sweet.
On the Discord, and hope to get feedback. All right.
Yeah,
Hopefully
hope you're
I can find
enjoying
where.
Bahrain.
While you are pulling that up, thank you, Kyle Norman, who says gay rights are human rights. Absolutely.
Yes,
Happy Pride
1000%.
Month.
Yeah, happy Pride.
Exactly, happy Pride.
Pride Month. But every month is Pride Month.
We love all of you so much, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
I think that's...
Let's see.
I know Rudy's not here. I'm not sure where this is going to be one of the terrain sections. Oh, gosh. Anyways, you guys can you can
Yeah,
chit chat.
no.
You can also. What are you working on?
Well, so I am
Sorry.
edge highlighting. These are my jungle bases.
Ooh, fancy.
I can't see any of the monitors, so I have no idea what's showing.
So we've got a bit of a zoom here
Okay.
on you. You could also glam cam it if you'd like.
Ooh, okay, let's glam cam. Let's
Yeah.
glam cam some of my jungle bases.
Excellent.
Okay.
So Mel's gonna throw on the glam cam and we'll show you. This is something you've been working on for a while. You're super excited.
Yeah.
Nice. You
So-
want to hit that rotation?
Yes, I do. I do want to hit that rotation. So, when I was making my bases, Adrian's like, pull up the things that you want to print. And I pulled up all the things. And I was like, I want jungle bases, but I want it to be like in a jungle of crystals. I don't know, Indiana Jones vibes or like some magic fantasy fairy vibes. So I've got like jungle leaves on some like muddy earth with some orange and yellow crystals. My basing strategy is always more and more is better. So that is what I'm excited about. So you're gonna have like some space wolves jumping out of some ferns. I am super excited, and those are my bases. So today I'm gonna be edge highlighting a lot of the leaves. I am already gonna have regrets because I want to do 2 edge highlights. I want to do like a light green and then an even lighter green.
Totally.
And I have a tendency to overcommit and make bad decisions like painting a whole army in Turbo Dork. And you know what? I know that about myself and I've accepted it. So turn this off and steal my bases back.
Totally.
First step is acceptance.
So first step is
It is,
acceptance.
right?
And that's all I'm willing to get through.
Yeah, this is something that you two share in common about
Yes.
the whole like, it's okay not to fight on your homeland kind of
Yes.
deal.
Yes.
Space wolves should not be fighting in snow.
Why
At
is
least
it
all
always
the time.
snow?
They go to other planets, you know. They're not,
Turns out.
Yeah.
It's actually really bad news if they are fighting on.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
planet. It's like, oh, things have gone really, really badly, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want all my battles to be, me defending my homeland.
Yeah, right?
Let's go to your homeland.
Exactly. Take the fight to the enemy.
Yeah.
Well, I have to
look
comment on Sean in chat, who's looking to buy Titan Train.
Oh.
And is looking on where's the best place to buy it. How long does it take, give or take, to ship?
That's a good question. It's pretty fast now. I couldn't give you an exact time, unfortunately, just because
But it's
Brian's
in.
been doing with that.
It's in, like, it's ready.
It's totally in stock. Yeah, best place to get it, tabletoptitans.tv. I would recommend getting the bundle if you can. You can get the core set, and then there's the expansion set. Now, if you get them together, you do save a big chunk of money. We find that most people tend to want to get that. And that's going to give you like the half tiles, which are important for more competitive play, and of course give you more buildings plus the giant church. So I would recommend getting the bundle if you can. The shipping is pretty quick now. We've resolved any and all issues, but I couldn't give you an exact number. If you want to email there's an email on the site. That's Brian that takes care of that, and he can give you a more precise sense of how fast it'll get to you. But they are shipping now, and they are in stock.
Space wolves should be standing on piles of burning books. Is that because they can't read?
Wow. Hurtful. Oh, it could be a Thousand Suns thing, maybe.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
just
good.
I think
It's good
Wait.
they can't read.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even have. Okay.
Okay.
One thing I'm super excited about, and I'm gonna walk off camera for this, my apologies,
no worries. No
is
worries.
I have named my Blade Guard vets the most Space Wolf names possible.
Oh my god, this is so good. She's going super hard on this, by the way. This is
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna glam cam this. Sorry, I'm like literally. I was like, Adrian's like,
No,
you don't
you're
need to bring
good.
it all the way. So like, if we go back to glam cam.
Okay.
So I have put decals on them, which is super fun, and then I've put the little. So his name's Knife. He's got a little knife decal on his little like I don't know plate here.
Knife.
His name is Knife. That's Knife, and then don't worry. This is Snake, because he's got a snake skull on.
That's Snake.
So I have named all my Space Wolves in the most Space Wolf fashion I could come up
It's
with.
so good.
And I am so excited.
I think it's awesome. Oh, that's not interesting. That's me. I love
You're
it.
interesting.
Love it. Thank you. Well, not with the keyboard here. Cire, what are you working on here?
All right, so I'm working on this dreadnought, but right now I'm trying to work on this plate. I don't know, where's the... Yeah, there we go. So this is the front chest plate, and I actually shaved off the Aquila.
Oh,
So it's actually shaved
yes.
nice and smooth. So I'm going to either put some checkerboard on here, either freehand it, or I might look at some transfers. They've got some really cool transfers from the Horus Heresy Dark Angel set. So it's like prime real estate.
Exactly, right? It's such a good space. It's a shame it's taken up. with
Yeah, it's always
Aquila
taken up
normally.
on Aquila.
It's messed up. I'm super excited. I'm excited to have this added to the collection. You know, this is for our Dark Angels. You just passed off some models which people certainly have feelings about, the Desolation Marines, so looking forward to that soon.
Yeah.
I was able to find Rudy's chat. I'm 90% it's Rudy, he has a different username. So let's take it away. So this is a request for 3 Tyranid themed boards for tournaments, 10th edition. Again, if you're not familiar with Rudy, Rudy is, I would call him an events organizer. Basically, created single-handedly a bunch of terrain for his local gaming store so they could play and have events and things like that. Very much interested in like the hobby side of things and making things look good, but also making sure it's an interesting, compelling game.
Yeah.
So Rudy's now thinking about 10th edition boards. Saying, I understand the 10th edition is in its infancy, wanted to get your input, constructive criticisms, predictions of the terrain setups. I'm not a tournament player, but I've assisted local gaming community in the painting terrain for a few ITC tournaments in the past. So here we go. Basically, he's shown us 3 boards here. We have first table, which is a basic Tyranid infested, and then an alien asymmetric board, and then a desert asymmetrical. I really like these setups. It's.
Oh, wow.
I wish you could pull them up on screen to see.
Oh.
They have nice coverage, and basically he's mixing Imperial terrain with, these are beautiful.
Yeah, those are great.
These are amazing. I like the asymmetry. I think asymmetry makes for interesting games, and you can balance around it, especially if you provide like asymmetry that is not equal but equitable, and you kind of give them different kind of trade-offs of like, oh, you get this thing, but I'm going to get this thing, and that is most compelling.
Yeah, it's not chess, right? It's like both armies aren't going to be equal, so the terrain doesn't have to be either.
Exactly. The one thing I would just say, Rudy, is, and we've just seen the new tournament pack, is I think you might want more pieces of terrain in smaller chunks. Previously, we saw with GW, we had these big like squares of chunks, and now almost everything is these rectangles that they build into like little L's and things. So I would say the chunks can be smaller, but we want more of them to create that density. So that'd be the main thing I look towards.
Oof. I have found Christos' message. Thank you so much, Christos. Great to see the Blood Angels on the table. We need a Sanguinor similar to the Avatar of Cain model. Me and my T-Sons are going to GT first round playing against GSC. Adrian, advice against GSC.
Oh, Blood Angels into GSC. Okay, so this is from last night's game, which was Blood Angels
Such a good
Sisters.
game.
It was great.
We won't spoil it, but you should totally go watch.
Christos slipped at this in like right at the last second. So with GSC, the thing that I worry about most as the GSC player is if someone kills a bunch of my neophyte squad but doesn't fully kill them.
Right.
Because if they fully kill them, I can bring it back.
Yeah.
If they don't fully kill them, then I'm just kind of sat there with a weakened unit not doing much.
Right.
And at that point, I'm almost like wanting to throw them into combat to have them die to bring it back. So that for me is a big momentum killer if you don't let them die or you let them die at like an inopportune moment.
Right.
That's a thing. Be wary of the bikes doing a ton of mortal wounds by just moving within 6 of you, so you will want to screen, which you should always do with Gene Stealer cults. And they're not amazing in melee. So if you can get into melee, they're not able to pick up their blocks and put them in reserve if they're in combat.
Right.
So it's a great way to tag them up. Again, even if you don't kill them, especially if you don't kill them, they'll be kind of stuck there.
So hit them, but don't hit them too hard.
Yeah, exactly. You want them to hurt, but not to die.
Yeah.
Soft touch the GSC. Soft touch.
A soft punch.
I love that GT Sand is in the chat. Don't you dare reveal our secrets, Adrian. Stop.
Too late.
I know, right?
I know, that's the worst part, is I love that, like, Adrian often has to give advice on how to beat him, and then we'll meet people in the studio and like in the world, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's great! I watched your game in which you told me how to beat you."
The best was John. It was BAO last year, and he was playing Covens at the time with an army that wasn't super common. And we like played a game on stream, and he's like, "Yeah, it's super weird. Like, I think a lot of people just aren't gonna be prepared for it." We play the whole game. He plays his first round opponent, and he's like, "Okay, so here's what the army does." And his opponent's like, "It's all good. I watched your game last night. I know all your tricks." And he's like, "No!"
So you have to start giving out false information.
I know, right?
This is how you beat it.
I need to start looking
Put
after
everything in the
myself.
center without cover. That's how you beat me.
I love it. Yep. There's some discussion in chat about how you remove things like the Aquila.
Oh yeah.
It's hard, and if you don't fully remove it, it looks bad.
Yeah. So the way I removed it was I got some clippers and I just clipped away as much as I could.
Yeah.
And then I took some sanding sticks to it,
yeah.
sanded it down with some like pretty low grit to really dig in, and then moved up to a lighter grit, and then eventually I used like buffing tools like you use for your nails.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
it's like it becomes like 20,000 grit. Essentially.
Yeah,
it's like basically nothing.
Yeah.
But
the
it
higher
does.
the grit is, the smoother it's going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Fascinating.
that's taking a nice smooth.
Patience, huh?
Yeah.
Patience.
It actually doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
And you like the little sticks too for a lot of the work.
Yeah, exactly. The sanding sticks.
And you can just get those at a hobby store or Amazon if you want to support Jeff Bezos. That sounded way more judgmental than I also buy things from Amazon. How you doing, Mel?
It's okay. Sanity check. This is edge highlighted on the leaves.
Okay.
And this is not.
You want to know if I can tell the difference?
Yeah, it's worth it, right?
Let's see.
Oh no.
Yes.
What?
So before the stream, you had mentioned something about 2 edge highlights.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2.
I don't know if that's going to be worth it, but you can try it.
Okay.
Or if you do a second one, here's a wild idea. Do the second one with a little bit of yellow.
Say more.
And only do it on like the tippy tips, basically. So it's like going from green to yellow, and it will.
I'm in.
It's like instead of doing like a white at the very last highlight, you do yellow because it's kind of in the same family as green.
Good thinking.
Thank you. I try.
Well, thank you, Willow. Awesome to see you again. I think we've been apart for maybe 11 hours.
I know.
Happy Friday, chat room. I'm working on a Bloodthirster and a Shalaxi this weekend. What army would you want to be good, but shouldn't be good?
Oh my God. Shouldn't be good? All right. That's a good question. What army we want to be good, but shouldn't
be good?
You have an answer? You're smiling.
I mean, I think because we've seen it. I think there's 2 answers to this question.
Okay.
There's Eldar, right?
Yeah.
I love Eldar.
Right.
I love them being good.
Yeah.
GW need to calm down. Every time I always feel like there's some oppression from the Eldar. And then the other answer is I am now paying Space Marines, but whenever Space Marines dominate, I'm just like, I get it. It's like a lot of them, but I don't.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fair.
It's not like maybe it's not the like army that.
They should always be kind of the mid. Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're the mid.
Exactly.
They should be like the middle setter, and anytime and it's always like one take of the Space Marines is really good, and you look out at like LVO and it's like a sea of Space Marines.
Look at all these Iron Hands painted as blood angels.
Exactly. I think that's a good answer because then it becomes, frankly, anytime an army just gets too powerful, especially if it's widely accessible, then it just gets super dull at tournaments because you're just like everyone runs that, There's certain armies like Sisters, for example, when they were quite strong, they actually weren't that prevalent because
no one had them.
Exactly. Kind of the same thing with GSC, right?
Yeah.
So in a similar vein, I would say I would love for like all mech orcs list to be good.
Right.
Like Killikans, Gorkanaut, Stompas, all that stuff. I would love for that to be good. But also, I know that's a skew list, and it's also not healthy, and we probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it would be cool.
Kind of along the same lines, I think. 1,000,000 guardsmen probably shouldn't be super
1,000,000
good.
guardsmen.
Yeah. Just because that's not actually fun to play against.
Exactly. That's a lot of the skew armies, right?
Yeah.
What was the conversation we were having last night about two big characters, and I want them to hold hands and run?
Oh, it was Gilliman and Calgar.
I want that to happen.
It's so many points.
I want that to be good.
It's all
I
eggs.
always want
Oh my God.
like, let's run 4 Leviathans, or like let's just have like all the Bloodthirsters. That's always my jam. But I am always about the monster meta.
Right.
You know what should always be? Should be overpowered. Salamanders. That's
Salamanders?
Yeah.
From a completely unbiased
Yes.
perspective.
Yeah, I'm not
oh, yeah.
biased at all.
Plus, they're the good guys. They're
Yeah.
like the true
Yeah.
good guys. Yeah, you know what? That's
And
fair.
if you don't agree, I'll light you on fire.
Right? Yeah, of course. Oh, Caldorf totally gets it. Armies with old models should never be good. So true.
I mean, I think every niche thing should have its like time in the sun.
Yeah, I kind of embrace that chaos.
Yeah,
I'm with you there.
I am totally about the like just random like, did you know that this model that your dad had in
Right.
1990, like that is the answer to the meta.
Yeah.
Bellacore is
exactly.
really good, but only the little one.
Yeah, precisely. There's a few recently. I mean, heck, if you're running the court, you're going to want the Leman and the Medusa, which literally GW just stopped producing, so explain that one. I want to give a special shout out to Ego Nowhere for gifting 5 Tabletop
Yay!
Titans
Thank you.
memberships. Thank you. You're growing the channel, growing the community, growing the hobby as well. Memberships, I don't know if you guys know, great way to support the channel.
We have memberships?
Yeah, we have memberships.
know.
Become a member. You can check out our Tuesday games, which are member exclusives. And also, we have some projects that we're working on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting stuff. Member benefits that are going to be coming up pretty soon. So
Ooh.
you're going to want to get on the ground floor of that.
Leaking some
stuff.
spicy news.
Exactly.
I'm just an edge highlighting machine.
Right.
I will say there's something very, very nice about edge highlight. Do you want to paint something?
I think I'll think about painting. You were saying?
Do you want to paint on this hobby stream? or-
I know. I think
No.
I'm just the host.
I love edge highlighting when there's like an actual edge. Like, and you're just
Right.
like, oh, yes. Like, I just like put the side, and like, I don't know if this is actual advice or if you even wanted it, but here we go. When you're edge highlighting, you're actually not trying to touch the tip of your brush to the tip of the model. You're just taking the side of your brush and putting it perpendicular. And then, like, you can't go wrong. You just, like, kind of rub it against the edge.
Yeah. It's very satisfying.
And that's, like,
right?
intro to my version of edge highlighting.
I love it.
Adrian like makes ficticious edges that don't actually exist, and then he's like, I edge highlighted.
I'm trying to imagine you edge highlighting a circle, like an orb. How'd you edge
He
highlight?
could do it.
Well, what you do is you do, what I do a lot of is cross stitching.
Oh, okay.
So you'll do like a little shing, and then you go tick, 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 tick.
Those are the sounds you have to make.
That's what you have to do. Mal hates it. We're like watching you. Tick, 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 ah. Monster. All right, let's see. So I've got my Zephyrim. Look, they're a very solid 80% done, which is classic Adrian. I need to do their eyes. I need to do some details. I realized something I've been struggling with my sisters for a long time was getting the black to look good. Like, I like the black. I like the classic aesthetic.
Yeah.
But the gray wasn't quite doing it for me. So I was going to switch to a blue edge highlight, which
Okay.
is, you did that on Dante.
Yeah.
Looks
Oh,
fantastic.
it looks so good.
Right? But then I was like, I'm going to try this one, which you're a fan of. This is French
Oh, my
Mirage
favorite.
Blue.
Yeah, I got mine right here.
Exactly. Highly sophisticated. It's a blue-gray.
Yeah.
And for me, it's actually kind of hitting the mark perfectly. And it's not going to invalidate my other stuff that I painted. So I'm working with that.
Awesome. So Ray, there's questions in the chat about your putty.
Oh, okay. So this is
Magic.
Yeah. It's
an
literal magic.
AK camouflage plastic putty. Or
Okay.
elastic putty, excuse me. Oh, there it is. You can't really see
Oh, there you go.
You see it? So this is great for masking, is what I'm doing it for. But if you want to make camouflage patterns on like your Lehman Russes or your tanks or whatever,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
perfect for that. You lay it down here. I'll show you in a second. I've got some masking tape because I needed hard lines, but yeah.
And if you can just steal your kids or your friend's silly putty.
Yeah, silly putty also works
Works
great.
just as
Yeah, it's
like
the same
works
kind of
great.
material. This one's nice because you get a big chunk at
Yeah.
once, and it has a container. But it is actually basically the same silly putty, which is
Yes.
hilariously good for this.
And it's great because it's, I'm not exactly sure what the science is, but it's something about it's not oil. There's no oil in it. So it doesn't, pull the paint up. It doesn't get
Right.
under the paint either.
But somehow, like, no matter how many times I use it, it like absorbs the paint. The paint just goes nowhere. Like, it's kind of magic.
This
Yeah.
has been through, I've had this for over a year and there's like no sign of the paint.
Yeah, it's like a
Silly
black hole.
putty, yeah, it gets
Yeah, so the
dirty.
putty gets a little gross.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've got a bit more light there, Cire.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I can actually see now.
I realized that we didn't have that side one on. Yeah, highly recommend this. Because masking is such a good tool, but it can be such a pain.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, if I spend 10 minutes masking, how much time am I really saving?
Yeah,
And this
exactly.
really reduces that.
Yeah. I used to like try to get in with the washi tape.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, speaking of memberships, thank you so much, Liam Dempsey.
I know that guy.
Liam.
5 gifted memberships, much appreciated. If you haven't checked out Liam Dempsey on the YouTube channel of the same name, what are you doing? And also thank you, Mr. Adder, for gifting a Tabletop Titans member.
Membership.
Hey,
Who did
thank
they
you.
snip, snappity, snip?
Ooh, who we get?
Shikarl.
Carl, welcome to the Tabletop.
Speaking of Liam, he also has a Call of Duty channel.
He does.
I don't know if it's gaming. I know he plays Call of Duty. Maybe it's gaming channel would be more accurate.
Oh,
But
okay,
you should
okay.
also check out.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's an interesting vibe. Like someone who's been in the military playing Call of Duty. Is that a thing? Cire? Like, I feel like you know too much, Liam.
Yeah, Liam, don't cheat.
We got the inside
Right.
cheat codes.
I love it.
I love these have little birds of paradise in them that I need to paint, and they're gonna be like hopping. Just a little insight. Don't look at me like
No,
that.
I'm
Okay.
into it. I'm into it.
Saw that judgment check.
Liam doesn't want you to do the thing.
Doesn't want me to do the thing? Oh.
Liam.
Liam, I'm sorry.
Liam,
Remember,
I will never do that. Liam.
wait,
That's for
Cire.
you.
We'll clip this 5 years in the future.
Right. We know you want to though.
Oh, I'm so tempted.
We got a really good one from Bridger last night. It was like this beautiful whale song
Yeah, it was.
that someone actually clipped. It was touched my heart. It really did.
man.
Is that what our sleep sounds now?
Yeah.
We forgot to tell Liam that we play like deep sleep music in our room.
Heck yeah.
And like our house is small and Liam's like pretty much sleeping in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And like we put it on and Liam was like, what is happening? Because it's like, it's not like rain sounds or it's kind of like whale noises, but not.
a
But
lot of
now
things,
I feel
right?
like we should take Bridger's like,
Oh.
Oh my god. Next time he comes over especially, we just like play it.
Yeah.
And he's like, is this what you sleep to? We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
We find it very calming.
Very calming.
Yeah.
Saying hi to Grogmug in chat, who is new. Great intro. It says we're a great intro into the 40k world.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Welcome. We are very lucky to have you.
Hang out, join the Discord. We had our first meme of the week last night in a while, and then Lindsay's going to take her take on the memes and do meme of the week on Saturday. And then I'm going to have to talk Lindsay into continuing pet pick of the week because I'm going to be gone for a little bit.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going
can
to
say.
Malawi.
Ooh,
I've got a project that we're finishing up there, and I'm going to do a big data analysis workshop in Malawi, which I'm really excited for.
That's exciting.
It's gonna be a
Sounds
busy time.
super fun. Please
gonna
take
be
care of Adrian while I'm gone, chat.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know where that's at.
We're
Malawi is in Africa. So Malawi is in the southern. So if you imagine Africa looks like this, in the southern portion of Africa, you have Zambia looks like a kidney bean. Malawi is the very tiny country next to it.
Oh, okay.
That actually is a good
Thank
description.
you.
Yeah.
Look for the kidney.
It's like
Malawi.
I teach it.
I know, professionally.
Professionally.
wild.
Wild.
We're gonna miss you.
Wild. I know. I'm going to miss you guys.
Also, shout out to Skill Check. Thank you so much for the one gifted Tabletop Titans membership. Speaking of YouTube, definitely check them out. They do awesome stuff. The name of Zach's new channel is Hobby Collab.
Yes.
Check it out. Did I just drop this in paint? No, we're good. I think I dropped it like right over it. It's perfect. Love it. But yeah, that's gonna be another adventure for you. It'll be fun.
I do love. Wait, I'm Bilbo Baggins.
You're able to-
I do love my Hobbit hole, but I'm a Took, and therefore I'm drawn to adventure, and I couldn't say no to a wizard, and here we are.
Exactly.
I'll let Adrian paint some more, and I will jump into some more super chats.
That was so generous. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really nervous. Did we already read these? Thank you. Just bought and finished. Thank you, Zachary Haben. Just bought and finished putting together my very first model, Battle
Whoa!
Sisters.
Nice.
Any Rex, I'm putting a list together. Any goal for an amount of points, but one first. Congratulations on
Welcome.
going from sprue to model. That is a massive
It is.
accomplishment.
It's a really,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say unwelcoming, but it's a big hurdle, right?
It's a huge hurdle.
Yeah.
That's super exciting. 1 second, I actually did put paint on this model. Not the paint I wanted. And thank you, Polychrome, for 5 gifted Tabletop
you,
Titans
Polychrome.
memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. Greatly appreciate it. So, Sisters. Look, Sisters are awesome. It's a beautiful army, super cool army, a fun army, deep army, which always makes it interesting. No matter how the game shifts, there's always going to be something interesting to play and different to play. So you got Battle Sisters. I think that's a great start. Jury's out how many more you actually need. You've got 1 box of 10, which is one unit. I think you could pretty safely get 1 more. After that, not sure. Zephyrim and Seraphim are both amazing. They play the game really well. They're beautiful models. So I would say I'd be hard pressed to say you could take that too far, honestly.
Personally, I love the what are the Iron Maiden looking things?
Oh yeah,
Those are so cool.
The Penitent engines?
Yes, those are amazing.
They're pretty cool now, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Y'all are showing up for a Friday. Thanks so much, Just Jupiter, for also gifting 5 memberships.
Just Jupiter.
But thank you, Zachary. Okay. This is, I mean, we're all heartbroken about Celestine right now. But if you're going to...
Hurtful. Look, she still comes back.
I don't know. I love getting some of those, like, when you're... nothing motivates me more than, like, one of those key centerpiece. So, like, maybe find one of the characters or one of the really stellar pieces.
Right.
And, like, the sisters models are drool-worthy always.
Every single one's amazing.
Yeah, and so, I don't know. I always think when you're, like... Nothing gets me more through the grind of infantry than some of my like stellar pieces.
That's a great point. I would recommend that also because sisters are a very intensive army to paint.
Yeah.
And so these palette cleansers and these like inspirational pieces I think would be a great choice. I started off with this Triumph of St. Catherine. Like that is like why I started with sisters because it's such a beautiful model.
It is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a few suggestions. There's a lot of interesting stuff.
Join the sisters chat in Discord.
We have a very strong sisters community. Definitely.
A loving, supporting, amazing sisters community.
All right.
That only scare us marginally.
We love you.
Thank you, Peter. Love the jungle bases, Mel. I said my own name wrong. Love this.
Mel.
If you want more Crystal Force inspiration, look up Magic the Gathering Ikoria art.
Oh, okay. Ikoria.
I like it.
Yeah, that was like there is lots of like cool like jungle stuff with more like high fantasy.
Ooh.
You should check that out.
I love it. Anything to make me want to redo a project that's 30% of the way through.
That's amazing. All right. Yeah, just doing the gray edge highlights my whole life.
You're so fast at it.
I have to be. Look how many there are. They're so detailed.
Amazing, amazing.
It's funny, I just saw Colin Ward is painting sisters right now.
Oh.
And he's like, it's funny because you look at the way he talks about it on like Instagram. He's being very clear about like the approach that he's taking because it's very simple. You know, they're basically like white with like a bluish, blackish tint. And that's almost it.
Yeah.
You know, he's like not going for the detail. And he's like, they're beautiful models. They're very overwhelming. This is the style I'm going for. Because you could just lose your entire life into these models.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So many edges to paint.
Well, I think black is a really hard thing to do well in the sense that it's very hard to make it look finished.
Right.
And that's why a lot of like these edge highlighting in blue or edge highlighting in gray is like this take on trying to make black look finished.
Yeah, I agree. You're actually pretty good on this. Maybe me speed painting. Yeah, definitely. Great question. You're always going to do a second run for the Titan Watch so we can feel more competitive lists. Yes, that is coming very, very soon. So keep your eyes out. I did see that we had some of the mods posting links to the Discord. Check out the Discord. We will be making an announcement for Titan Watch 2.0, where basically, if you're not familiar, this is a community-driven Death Watch army that the community did. This is like, we cannot take the credit for this. They were like, we want to do this thing, and basically people submitted squads or individual models and created this amazing Death Watch army. Obviously, the game has changed, and so there's a lot more stuff, and we have a lot more community members, so people are curious. And so we're doing a second pass of this. We had Kirkanos in chat a little while ago. He's going to be kind of in charge of that. So keep an eye out on the Discord, and you can contribute to the project. Yeah.
Thanks so much. There was a question for me in chat. Are you doing microdoc in Malawi? I don't know what microdoc is. I'm going and working with the Malawian Institute of Education, and essentially my goal is to work myself out of a job as a data analyst and try to essentially build up local capacity to be able to analyze the data we collect there in education. We did a big project doing essentially revising curriculum, and I provided the gender analysis for the curriculums from grade 5 through 8. And now we're doing we did a pilot and all those fun things, and so we're doing the data analysis for that, and I am teaching a big workshop. It's gonna be fun.
Fighting the good fight.
Good work.
It's definitely, oh no. So here's the thing when you make custom bases, you
Oh no.
You make them per model, and then that's why I have them in these containers. Like this says wolves underneath it, and I think this says Blade Guard vets. And I'm worried I
Mix
put
them. Because you have certain like foot imprints for
yeah,
some.
foot imprints.
Yup.
Here's hoping, but
You'll
what's
dry
up?
fit them.
What's up, sir?
Thank
Oh, are
you,
you
sir.
gonna pull them out?
Oh yeah, I was gonna show them.
my
Everyone likes a
gosh.
good
This
demasking.
This is good.
All right,
This
well, we'll
is-
do the not fun part first.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is whatever. It's
Ah,
goopy.
still satisfying.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Don't worry about these. These are gonna be black anyway.
Oh,
So.
nice. Yeah, so you basically didn't bother. trying
Yeah,
to
I didn't
stop
bother masking.
it.
some
Cool,
of that.
cool.
Okay, let me take the top. Come on. All right, here we go. Am I,
Ready? Are you? Are
I'm
we?
so
Yeah,
excited.
so let's hope I didn't screw it up. All right.
Oh, it's so
There
sexy.
we go. And then there we go. So now we've got this nice
Oh, it's lovely.
green frame on it.
Yes. That's beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see it. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably see it. I'm guessing I can't see.
You can't see it. We can see it though. It looks
Yeah, okay.
beautiful. Amazing. I love a good unmasking.
It's great.
Yeah, whether it be Scooby-Doo or painting.
And in chat, Wouderton said, "Can I send printed stuff for Titan?"
Titan Watch?
Yes. I broke
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Yes.
We are definitely open to anything and everything. 100%. This is a community project, so it's up to you and your creativity.
My favorite Titan Watch model is not even a 40k model.
Oh yeah.
You have a. I know you wanted to show everyone your
Oh, it's up. He's there, my Lord and Savior.
flapjack.
Colonel Flapjacks.
Oh
Did
hey.
you see what someone sent me, Cire?
I did not see it.
I stuck him in
Oh my
mic.
gosh.
Look at him! Look at him! He's got a little.
I don't want. I
Oh,
don't
you-
have paint. Okay. Yes. I don't want to
Look
get
at him.
my
Look at his
nasty
little
hands on- Oh,
face.
it's super cute.
So send anything.
Yeah, 100%. honestly.
Send
Appreciate it.
pancakes.
You have no idea what might become the star model of the army.
That model has seen more use than we ever thought it would.
Adrian hates it. Oops, sorry, I saw it on my mic, which means it's probably gonna be a loud noise.
No worries. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Cedric. 5
Cedric,
gifted
thank
Tabletop
you.
Times memberships. This is so generous, everybody. Thank you.
So amazing.
I
I love gifted memberships
Wild.
because it's like, one, of course it helps us, but it helps us by like giving it to someone else.
Right, yeah.
And letting more people get to experience, like, experience sounds like I'm being a little self-aggrandizing, but
I mean, like,
the tabletop times.
this is, like, being a member is a thing that
Yeah.
you normally would pay for. And, like,
Yeah.
it's something that hopefully has value because your money matters. So
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Okay,
You know, it's okay.
okay.
Like, see if you like it. If you do like it, consider becoming a full-time member. And you can even upgrade to Primark and stick around.
Yeah.
But this way, you can try it without having to commit to anything. So,
Yeah. I love it so
Totally.
much. It's been such an amazing change by YouTube.
oh, yeah, 100%. Because also sometimes you don't have anything you want, you don't have a question. You just want to support the community.
Yeah.
With the
Exactly.
So I
community.
appreciate it. I'm already bored with this edge highlighting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm bored. Moving on.
Do you want to paint my edge highlights?
Nope.
Well,
I think the problem was the edge highlight.
Yeah, exactly, right? To be clear.
mine's in green. Thank you, Viceroy Caleb. Just started painting for the first time. I get down trying to do it and just quit and stare at a sea of gray. How do you stay motivated to paint?
Oh, good question. So there's a few things I would avoid, frankly. I think be wary when you're on the internet, always. There's things that can be very inspirational, but also I think it can be overwhelming, especially when we see so many, like amazing painters that, some of us don't really have the time or the skill to kind of match that, and that's okay. Because of the internet, because of social media, we see so many incredible painters, but most of us are casual painters. We're painting for our own enjoyment, our own armies, and so I think it's important to make sure you're not comparing yourself to that. Easier said than done, but I've fallen into it, and you've fallen into it. I'm sure you've even fallen into it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's something to just watch out for. So be inspired by it, but don't let it get you down.
Three colors on your models with a rattle can
Exactly. I was
is
gonna say.
enough to get you to play. And then pick one model. Pick one model you're like, I'm going to try to make this one look amazing. Like your infantry, think about, and when you're rattle canning, you do one color all over.
Uh-huh.
And then if you just go from the same angle and then move up,
Yeah.
you get shadow effects
Right.
with
right.
just the direction. And you don't have to be a good painter to do that. You just have to hold the rattle can at a certain direction.
You're giving away secret.
And
We need
then,
to at least make a short from that. Come on.
Yeah.
but like that's
Yeah. It's like,
3 cans of spray paint, and you're good.
how do you find those ways to like make it more accessible for
Yeah.
you? You know, and I think for me, one of the reasons I love this hobby so much is because all these things feed themselves. Like I paint my models, it makes me want to play them. I play them, it makes me want to paint them, and you know, lore is somewhere in there as well. And they feed each other. So for me personally, I try to. They're not going to be perfect before I put them on the table.
Yeah.
And I just try to get them, you know, those 3 colors, put them on the table, play with them. That was an awesome game. Now I'm inspired to go back to painting.
Yeah.
So that's something, you know?
I think also, I mean, if you enjoy streams like this, hobby along with us. You know, we'll be here hobbying. You know, we've talked about
Exactly.
Zach and Meg
Yeah,
doing their own
yeah.
thing. They're going to be hobbying. So
Hobby with
if
them.
if you enjoy hobbying with other people or with
Hobbying with people is the best way to do
is
it.
the best way to do it. If you
know
can get some
what I'm
friends in with you.
100%. And good suggestions from chat. You know, don't leave the sea of gray out. Like put it away. Work on just what you have in front of you. This is something that's really hard. You know, because we have like an army in mind or whatever. But sometimes you just need for your own peace of mind, like segment it.
Yeah.
One thing at a time. I'm gonna do this model or this squad, and that's it. So great question. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Brown. We're gonna do straps. Brown straps.
Straps.
Gotta love some brown straps.
Yeah.
We have more super chats. Should I keep going through them?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
Please interrupt me when you want to show some magic skill that you have.
Oh no, I'm just
I'm masking again, so there will be another reveal in case you missed the first one.
Yes,
Perfect.
that's why everyone's here, let's be honest. Thank you, Thomas. Greetings from Germany.
Hey.
Working on Battle Force Augustus and a Leviathan box stuff.
Nice.
At the moment, heavy intercessors for my 6,000 points of Imperial Fists. Good stream.
yes, fists. I mean,
I'm here for the yellow. I don't know about the fists.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you and your totally non-Imperial Fist salamanders.
That's right.
It's okay, Cire. You can just admit.
Yellow's a good color.
I love yellow.
It's a shame it's on that chapter. I'm just kidding. I love the Imperial Fist.
Look, there's never been a better time to play fists. Now that we lost our chapter tactics,
now that they're not fists, it's
they're
the
like,
best time
like
to play.
legitimately, they're better than they've been in a long time. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome. They're great boxes and great boxes for
6,000
fists.
points.
Ooh, the Brutalis. Oh,
Yeah, in the
I should have
yellow.
brought that today. What am I painting this
spicy.
Redemption? This is old.
Yeah, this is old hat,
This is old, man.
right? Yeah, that's super fun. I need to paint up assault terminators for my fists, and I'm in the debate that I think a lot of people are in right now of like, do I wait to see if they're gonna do that kit in the new scale?
Yeah.
Do I convert the regular terminators and try to get a hold of those? Do I just do the old style? I'm really torn because I really want to run Lysandra with like a block of those guys, but I'm not sure what to do.
I'm honestly just so confused on the scaling of anything in Marines anymore. It took me, I'm gonna be honest, it took me so long for me to wrap my head around like what a Primaris was
Yeah,
versus
exactly.
that. And then they just threw it away.
Yeah.
I
And
know,
I was
right?
like, wait, why? And then the agent's like, I'm gonna Primarisify my things. I'm like, I don't know what this means anymore.
Me neither, frankly. I think it's actually more confusing.
Send
It's
help.
lost all meaning.
What does it mean? Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, Enraged Pillows.
Enraged pillows.
Amazing name, first
We
of
have
all.
pancake pillows. Over here.
That's an enraged pillow
Is that
for
enraged?
sure.
Yeah.
5 gifted Tabletop Titans memberships.
Thank you
Greatly
so
appreciate
much.
it. Can we get some embers in chat for these amazing people, generous people? Well, I can even do some emperor.
Oh, look at you engaging in chat.
Boom! I'm engaging. Boom. I don't know how to close it. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you. Kraken Shells, last night's game was so good. I related to both sides of the table. On one side, I play Blood Angels. On the other, I'm also an Adrian. Posted a list in list building. Okay, when Adrian needs a break, I'll have Adrian pull up that list, Kraken.
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
I will remember it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Just Jupiter. Happy stand on Objectives Day.
Yes. It was killing me last night because I was like, I know this change is coming, but I can't say anything yet. It would just make our life easier, but we're going to play one more game like this.
Oh, Adrian had the final moment of the beautiful moment, because I'm always on the producer end, and I'm sitting there being like, take your stop off the objective, challenge.
yeah.
And then I was playing, and it was like one of my first competitive games of 10th, and he was like, "You're on the objective," and I'm like, "I don't care anymore."
What if so what's wrong with this picture? And you're like, not a coherency? Nope.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that too. Oh, now I just feel worse. That was amazing. But even then, we're like, well, this is about to change, so don't worry about it. It's a great change to the game.
I mean, I was all about like creating giant crystal spires for the.
So yeah, from the hobby perspective, I love the idea of like not standing on objectives so we can model them. But from a game, it just creates more problems than it fixes.
Right.
Like
We've had so many like movement things where we had to be like, we just had to like good intent game it and just change it.
And we've been trying to avoid them. You know, when you go to a tournament, if there's an interaction, like you're going to want to use it. You know what I'm saying? Thugbound, do you guys have a schedule when you're live? So we don't have a set schedule for the hobby streams. We're trying to kind of feel out without fully committing to something super regular, but we will be doing this irregularly until we feel like we can confidently do it. But
I mean, if you're enjoying it, you know, like the stream and all that.
Like, subscribe, let us know in the comments below if you enjoy this.
If the data tells us to, we'll do it more.
We are but puppets.
But also a great way, join the Discord. We have an announcements thing on the Discord. It tells you when we're streaming. You can get notified and pinged. I find that's far more reliable than YouTube. I don't know why. The YouTube notification works and doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's fickle.
I find it most useful to do it that way.
End of members games, I will give a preview of what we're doing for the week. So that's another way, is just check that out, and at the very end we'll be like, what's going on this week, and I'll go through all of them. So the members knew about this, for example, on Tuesday.
Yeah, we do. So we do have permanent shows. So Tuesday night at 6 p.m. PST is our members only show.
Cool.
Thursday night, 6 p.m. PST is our open 40k show. Saturday at noon PST, open 40k show. Leans more competitive still.
Yeah. More competitive.
Those are our
standing
permanent
shows.
standing shows, but we often are on more.
Yeah, those ones we will try to. We very rarely miss.
Yeah.
I realized I forgot to talk about Sigmar. I'm sure people are curious because obviously Zach is going to his own channel. We will be doing Sigmar for sure. Excited to be working on that. It's not going to be weekly, at least for now, just because obviously it's a lot. But we still will be continuing it. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we still all personally play Sigmar.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are happy. We're happy to answer questions. Oh no, sorry, I messed up. Stressed. We happy to answer questions about it. Happy to answer questions about releases or anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know the nice thing about leaves? They're kind of like trees.
Yeah,
I just blended it in.
Ooh, it looks nice actually.
Right?
I kind of like it better this way.
Why would you say that?
No, don't.
Wait, I liked it the other way.
Yeah, just kidding. I actually like it better. Oh my gosh. Sorry, what is that? What the heck is that color?
So this is red.
Whoa.
It's, let's see, gory red. It's the new Vallejo game color. I don't know if people have experimented
Is
with
it
them.
in ink or like?
No, so this is actually just a regular acrylic. They're really nice. Especially the reds, or at least the reds. The reds are all I've tried of the new Vallejo game color.
Okay.
So yeah, I recommend. Definitely recommend.
Awesome.
Cire has such an amazing formula for red.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, that's
The way
why
our world eaters look.
right. We saw some of the stuff you did previously, and we're like, we need to do the world eaters,
Oh yeah.
and the rest is history.
Yeah, I'm here. Demasking for you.
No, Bell Ghost. Sigmar will not go the way of Star Wars Legion because John's in charge of Legion. He's not going to be in charge of Sigmar. So there, John. Nah, we will do Legion, but
And Thomas in chat, I'll miss Zach. There's not Zach will be on Zach's channel and I'll watch that. It's just more content. So you actually probably will get more Zach.
Yeah, exactly.
And no reason why Zach might not.
Come on us?
Yeah, hang out.
100%.
We're all friends.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're super excited for them to start their own little adventure.
I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I might have an idea
yeah.
of what they're doing. I don't know if we want. Maybe we'll say that for the end of the stream.
Ooh, okay. Look, up to you.
Yeah, so Ray will you be?
Yeah, I'll be hanging out with them every once in a while on some of their streams. So
You You know something about hopping.
Yeah, I know a little.
A little
here
one
and
thing
there.
or two. Dude, we had barely even finished the last hobby stream here, and you had already messaged me like, "Hey, is this a thing we're doing?"
Yeah, let's do it.
I was like, "Oh my god, maybe once things calm down." So,
No. Today.
Yeah, you were like, "Let's go," because you've been wanting to do it for a while.
Yeah.
Is this water cup?
Yes.
I cannot paint unless I'm streaming. It's very difficult
Yeah, exactly.
to get things done.
How did you get anything done?
Just stream to myself.
Ah, man. I know. I've never seen this Vallejo color. It's not blue green.
know.
Yeah, they actually do make other colors.
What?
I don't know
Wild.
why. They're not as good as blue.
I know. Why even you've already had perfection. I love it. I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
Yep.
And then you'll look for Kraken's list.
I can do that.
I didn't think we even drank water anymore. I thought we just drank iced coffee. It's summertime in California, so we've decided we're back on iced coffee, and iced coffee is just too easy to drink like water. And then Adrian and I will be drinking it at 10:30 p.m. when we're streaming, and then we're laying in bed why can't we sleep?
Got a lot of energy.
Looks to our recycling bin, and there's 4 things of Starbucks iced coffee. I'm like, oh, that can't possibly be a reason why.
Right? Yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping. It's good. All right, let's take a look.
Oh,
Where
good thing I didn't spray that.
where is this list?
This list is in list building, posted at 12:24 p.m.
Excellent.
The times are super helpful, y'all. Thank you so
are.
much.
Appreciate it. Here, we'll have to look at me looking at my phone. Let's look at Mel.
Yeah, I am still edge highlighting. But are we looking at my face or down here? I can't tell. I'm behind a line.
These are your hands.
Great. Yeah. Whew. What I'm really excited about is how these will look together. So I can actually this is gonna be scary, but I'm gonna pop this little wolf off if I can. Ooh,
Nice.
that freaks me out a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
Yeah,
got
these
scared
are
for you.
wolves, and so what it's gonna look like is this wolf can go here. Look at it. It's
Oh, it's so
cool.
So cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. You should hold that to the gleam cam
Okay.
Oh yeah,
so they
definitely.
can
Okay.
see.
Can you switch the camera?
I will.
I'm gonna have to hold this.
Imagine you're in the jungle.
And there's just a wolf.
There's a wolf. I mean, you might be expecting a tiger. Imagine the confusion when there's a wolf.
Right?
I just love the combination of the very natural wolf colors with the very wild bases.
Exactly.
It's super fun.
Right?
So that's the vibe I'm going for.
That's amazing. Ray working on his weird red.
That's right.
Beautiful. All right, let's see. All right, good news, I got to the list building section. Bad news, I forget who it's from. I don't know, I can't find this thing.
Kraken shells.
We need to reorganize this. All right, Kraken Shells, thank you so much. The Sons of Sanguinius, so this is Blood Angels, yes. We have Captain Gravis with Boltstorm / Relic Blades with Artisan of War. We have Aggressor Squad of 6 with Boltstorm. A Lane Raider Redeemer, which is the Flamer. I know, right? With all the fixins, appreciate it. Librarian in Phobos Armor with Infiltrator Squad, yes. Lieutenant in Phobos Armor with an Incursor Squad, awesome. Brutalis Dreadnought with Talons and Meltas. Death Company Dreadnought, maybe 2 of them, with Fists, Flamer, Melta, Magna Grapple, yes. Primaris Chaplain with Visage of Death. And joining a squad of Death Company Intercessors with Chainswords in an Impulsor. I love the use of the transport. And then finally, a Primaris Apothecary with a Hellblaster squad. I like this list a lot. This is a cool list. This is a great list. So the Librarian, of course, makes your Infiltrators untargetable beyond 12, and you can't land within 12, so this is awesome. I think Incursors are cool tech. The Aggressors, I'm curious what everyone in chat thinks. We've seen a few people now saying, Boltstorm Aggressors. I still personally do really like the Flamers because of Overwatch being a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm partial to that. Well, you're Salamanders. So.
Yeah, so obviously I'm biased, but Overwatch is so powerful
great,
in this
right?
edition. So.
Yeah. This is cool. I like it. I think it's a great list. Yeah, it's flavorful and powerful, which is the way to do it.
Thanks so much, Kraken.
Love it. Frederick's talking smack about our American coffee.
I know. Okay, I get it.
fair.
Starbucks isn't good. I understand it, but it's what we drink. It's what we.
It's what we have.
It's what we
Reliably.
as we're Adrian and I are creatures of habit.
Yeah. Well, so their brewed stuff is, I think their coffee beans can be fine. If you go to a Starbucks, like, actual site and get, like, a regular cup of coffee, it's, like, not good because it's also been sitting there for a long time. But, like, their beans, I think, can be totally good. But, yeah, the drip coffee, not so good. Which you guys don't even really have over there, so... I never knew the history of, like, do you know why an Americano is called an Americano?
I don't, actually.
It's so when I went to Scotland, I had a heck of a time finding regular coffee. Like, can I get a cup of coffee? Like, they don't do that here. And instead they have Americano, which comes from World War II when there were American soldiers over in Europe and they wanted, like, American drip coffee.
Interesting.
So what it is you take just a shot of espresso and you put it in, water, basically. So you dilute it to a level that it is basically drip coffee. And it's Americano because all the Americans wanted it.
Dang Americans.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I can't believe that's literally what it is.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Frederick in chat, someone walked past a pot of water with coffee bean, and then someone added 5 liters of milk and a kilo of sugar. So here's the thing. Yes, and also I love LaCroix, so it's like kind of a vibe for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Durst also disagrees with the beans. Oh, shoot. Lost my mic.
Did you
Nope,
pull
we're
it
good.
up?
It was in my feet.
I have tripped on my mic cable into a table of miniatures, into a camera before, so
It's rough.
it's definitely a trap. Well, thank you, Co8Alt8Bandit. Hey, TT crew, I picked up the Titan terrain and I'm loving it. Ooh. Any chance that the next set will contain pieces that break up the shooting lanes?
Ooh, yeah. So this was something that we kind of found as we were developing it. The expansion set adds a lot with the half tiles because you can actually offset those shooting lanes. In the future, I think we're looking to integrate them more with, like, the core set because it just changes it up so much. Because otherwise, yeah, it is like on a grid. In certain games, in certain deployments, it can become a shooting gallery if you don't have that. So yeah, 100%. 100%. And there will be more projects in the future.
Sure.
Yeah. Things are in the works, y'all.
Absolutely.
Things are in the works.
All right. I'm ready for my second unmasking.
Ooh.
You ready for your close-up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Right, there we go. There it is.
Where's the model on
So this is just the chest piece. Ooh. Okay, so there, we gotta get rid of this one.
So you've got a double mask going on. You have tape for the straight line.
Yep, and then the putty just to cover the rest because it's fast.
Yeah, that's smart.
All right, let's see. Did I mess it up?
Also, look at the ombre on that.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, there's a little bit of overspray, but that's easily fixed.
How do you fix that?
Just go back with the same colors. Yeah. Also, I'm going to do some weathering on this, so if it's too much, I can just say, oh, he got shot right there.
Right. It's perfect. Ah, it's lovely.
I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll bring it to the glam camera.
Yeah, let's glam it up.
You could bring the green one over as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on his.
I love it. Yeah, but that's what we should do for the peels. Although it is more visible than you think it is.
We should just do shorts of peels. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like a market for that.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure it's me.
Okay. For sure.
All right, this is what we've got so far. Right. So next, it's just gonna be base coating out the rest of the.
Right, makes sense.
There we go. Oh,
beautiful.
Where's the? I work with this thing all the time. There it is.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, actually, maybe.
Oh, looks so good.
Yeah, actually, maybe we don't need it to spin. It's only the front anyway.
For now.
There we go.
Look at that beautiful fade. Awesome. I love it.
Cool.
Ah, so good. I'm so excited. All right. Oh, let's see.
Well, thank you, Enraged Pillows. Hey, Titans. New to 40k and a new member as of this year, collecting my
Yes!
Since
Welcome.
January, painting grots is hard. This channel is great, and I'm glad I found you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, we're glad you found us.
Grots are really hard to paint. That's a model that deserves the love that it never gets, frankly. I've seen some really beautiful orc armies.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, like when they really pay attention to detail and they do everything like to the nines, like including the grots, it is stunning. I'm not that person, but I have seen those people, and it's amazing.
Yes. Speaking of armies that, we mentioned armies that should be good.
Yeah.
Even though maybe they shouldn't be good.
Right.
All grots.
Oh, man.
Grot tanks.
Okay, yeah. Grot tanks, yes.
Grots in mega armor, is that a thing yet?
Yes, it should be. Okay,
They hit as hard as a regular person.
Yeah. I have played against an all grot army, but as they have existed traditionally.
Right.
And had no grot tanks. It was just 1 million grots with force fields and weird boys, because at the time you could take like a bunch of them.
Right.
And it was miserable.
Oh, really?
That was the least orky player I've ever played. Because it was like, what orc player just sets a bunch of bodies and like just creates a carpet and just kind of sits there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you can't kill me fast enough. And I was like, this is not an orc player. Come on.
Honestly, that sounds very grotty, though.
That it was very grotty. That's true. You know what? You're not right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not an orc player. It's a grot player.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the grot tanks though. They're super cool.
Yeah.
They're new in the new edition. They have a thing where if you move close, they can like scoot away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super
That's
cute.
great.
Yeah, let us know what y'all are working on. We've guilted Adrian to working on Sisters. Oh yeah, that's a long-term effect.
I think it was
feel
also
bad.
like everyone's like, oh, they're not playing Sisters yet. It was just John and Adrian just like trying to learn as much about Sisters in the background.
Well, yeah, that was one of the reasons we pushed it, because I needed to add a couple models. We added the Exorcist, we added the Junip. Even then, I would have liked to add more, but I didn't want to keep pushing it. So that was definitely a thing. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Brazen Painter, working on my Tau army. Ghost Keel today. Adrian will approve of the color. Can you guess? All Piper makes. When can we see yours on the table?
Yes, that's awesome. Pretty soon, honestly. You know, we're again, since we've now finished the 10th launch, we're kind of cycling back and starting to play armies for the second time. I have not played Tau in 10th edition, and I actually haven't really learned them because Brian played them when he was here. So that's one of my next projects, is to dig into the Tau and you know, learn how they're played. That's another army where it's like, what are the new things I need to build and paint now? I'm sad I gave my brother my Tetras, so I have none, but they seem awesome. So yeah, I love
He
it.
said guess the color. I feel like the obvious answer is Vallejo blue-green.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's
it's
probably-
actually French Mirage blue because he was paying attention in the beginning.
Oh yeah, it's a deep cut. It's a
Yeah.
new cut, but a deep
New
cut.
deep cut.
Yeah. French Mirage blue. Just saying.
That's not as fun to say, Adrian.
It's really
And it's
not,
like not like it's like Bridger and Taco Bell. Like we've made commitments to our brands as people.
This is who you are now. You
And
can't walk that
like,
back.
yeah, you can't change that
Look,
about yourself.
I would never betray Vallejo blue green, ever. Someone asked us last night if you could only have 3 paints for the rest of your life, like
you
what
did
would they be?
betray Vallejo Blue Green.
No. Oh, because they had to be GW ones. So I picked Armand Blue, which is the GW
Pretty close.
one, basically. I actually was not allowed to pick it. In the same way that Bridger was not allowed to pick Null Oil. Know your audience.
So Ray, could I ask for the little squirty bottle?
You
The
can.
little-
I actually might need to go refill it soon. I've been using a lot of it.
No, I just need like I add just like a little tiny bit of water to all my paints besides Turbo Dark. Oh, that's way too much.
Taco Bell. Oh my, that was an
Wait.
experience.
Way too
What
much.
did he make you eat? I didn't hear.
God. What did Liam make us eat?
What did Bridger make Liam eat at Taco Bell?
God.
Just Taco Bell.
It was, he got, so I'm not a Taco Bell enthusiast or even anything.
Or enjoyer.
Yeah, I'm really not. He got, maybe there's a Crunchwrap Supreme. There was the box. He got the box. And it came with a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
And there was
yeah.
like, Liam was like already not super sold. And he's like, you gotta just get the box with all these things. And then Liam like tries to eat. And Bridger's like, no. This is the order you have to eat them, because if you eat them in the wrong order, some of them will literally be rancid by the time you get to them.
The clock is ticking on these. Please eat them quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Some box of things. Yeah, it was horrendous. Although at least this time, Liam, Bridge was very clear with you. Like, you need to try Taco Bell because you need to understand me. Last time Liam was here, Bridger was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you out for some good Mexican food and take some to Chipotle." Bridger, that is far worse.
Oh, he's gonna have a talking to.
I know, right? We have so much.
I know. Oh my
Like in
gosh.
California, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh man, like don't even call that Mexican foods.
Bridger, what are you doing?
I love it. So this time at least there was like eyes wide open,
Yeah.
complete
He knew it. He knew what was going on.
foreknowledge. Yeah, exactly. So. Beep, 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 beep. Anyone have a good red? With
I do. I have multiple.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I should try this new
Yes.
one.
All right. So gory red is a little more. Well, gory. It's a little more purpley red.
Purpley, okay.
This is so it looks. it doesn't actually come out like this. It comes out a little bit lighter when it
Yeah,
dries.
it's not glossy, right?
No,
all feel
these are all
glossy.
very matte.
Okay.
And then this is actually pretty close too.
Okay. So I need to do eye lenses.
Oh, okay. So eye lenses, I would do gory red,
Yeah.
and then do
Bloody red?
Yeah,
Okay, sounds great. I'm gonna give it a go. Gory red.
gory red.
I'm excited. Michael Cody. Taco Bell is fast food as made by someone who heard about Mexican food secondhand.
Yeah.
Accurate.
It's just like we have immense access to amazing Mexican food being in California, and
yeah.
like we spit on the face of that by going to Chipotle or Taco Bell.
Right.
Well, thank you, Zell Nasty. Starting orcs for my next project, most likely. Any advice for orc flesh? Do I just make them all the same shade? Scared to vary a bunch.
Ooh. Great question.
So I would say vary it up, because I think that's more fun. I think if you're painting a horde, like it'll get a little tedious.
Yeah.
So I would say mix it up. I think there's lore about how like young orcs are lighter, like they're a little bit more bright green,
Yeah.
and then like I don't know. That might be old lore. I'm not really sure.
I think it was old lore, but
Yeah.
you know, that's all you need sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Old lore is still tasty.
sorry, James Workshop. Nothing. You can't really retcon anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
So there's at least a precedent for painting them differently.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that sounds great. You know, and it's just like humans. You have different people.
Yeah.
Different skin tones. So I think it's fine. I think if you're doing it wildly different could get a little bit wacky unless you like really lean into
Yeah.
it. I would recommend I think washes are your best friend, regardless of how you're painting them. If you're doing them with airbrush or with regular wash, I think like washes and almost like contrast really is going to pick up really well on these like organic textures. And then it's kind of, it's up to you how you want to take it. I didn't want mine to be the super vibrant green. I kind of wanted this like deserty olive kind of tone to them with a bit of like warmth underneath. But there's also like the bright green. I've seen people do kind of like World of Warcraft style orcs, which are cool.
I think that my favorite is when they have a little bit of pink
Yes.
showing through.
Yes.
Oh, it looks so good.
I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's awesome. Welcome. Appreciate it. Also, shout out to Northern Knights Gaming. Welcome to Captain. Speaking of other people you should check out on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Northern Knights Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Oh no.
So, Mel, you seem like there was something going on.
Yeah,
What's up?
I have a question, but I also have an emergency right now, so
Okay.
hold on.
All right. Please hold. Please hold.
Oops. All right. So
Okay.
I can let this stuff.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Why? So the answer could be I built these wrong. But why are the knee things on different knees?
That's really annoying.
So are those the new?
Yeah.
Are they slightly different looking, or are they exactly the same?
They're like the little knee emblems, and like I
Saying
do.
that are the emblems different?
Well, first of all, you didn't build them incorrectly. I think it's just some are different.
Correct.
One of them is slightly bigger, and I think it's supposed to be the captain. I think his is on the right leg.
Well, the captain you have somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this one's right, this one's right. These three are left.
Yeah, I think it's just random.
That's so weird. That is super annoying.
Well, I'm still just I still keep the left knee white, right? Like I keep with my.
I think any decision you make will be the right one.
It's all lore.
Because
All the
no
wrong
matter what you do, you're going to be consistent with one version or another, right?
Oh no! Oh no! I put my hand in it. I put my hand in it.
This is the content that I came for.
This is painting with me all the time.
Exactly.
Oh.
Most of the time,
Alright,
I
I'm a
ended
liar.
up with it on my face.
I'm not ready for lenses. I need to. Some of these face plates really need some more white on them. Can I steal your white that you stole from Stray?
Yeah,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Go for it.
sharing is caring. Thank you, Siege Roots. As someone tracking time Red Bull to Red Bull. Someone tracking time Red Bull to Red Bull.
Yeah,
I
okay.
feel you on the coffee. At least, you're tracking time by the progression
Via
of the
Red
Red Bulls.
Bull.
I got there. I
You
got
there
there.
eventually.
I feel you on coffee. At least I can stay up till 3 a.m. hobbying after work.
Yes. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. The nighttime streams can be pretty brutal on your body. Your eating, your sleep schedule, everything. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, especially when
okay.
many of us come from like our normal full-time jobs.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like anymore.
I mean, you're
Aha.
just constantly working.
That's true, actually.
Like, it's not like
Stream day Thursdays are very long days. It's like a normal day plus the evening. I love it. There we go. Okay, cool. Get these much brighter.
Well, thank you, Norman Ralph. Building Leviathan Tyranids. Thanks for the content.
Ooh.
You should watch our last hobby
That's
stream with Lindsay, who's doing such a cool paint job
they're beautiful.
on hers. Like, love them.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what progress she's made. She's on vacation, getting back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good for her. And they look beautiful.
Yeah. She is doing Turbo Dork by hand, which...
Oh,
Yes.
But the way she's using it is really smart. She's not, like, Turbo Dork's really, really great, but you need thin tons of coats, which is not great for hand brushing, right? But so she's using it as, like, this glaze, like this topper. There's almost like,
It's
I think
a
of it like
shimmery...
a nail polish topper, and it adds
Yeah.
this, like, metallic, like, essence to her Tyranids in such a good way.
It's like, you've seen like some beetles have like
that's really
effervescent
smart.
quality to them. Yeah.
That's really smart.
Yeah, exactly.
And they look so good.
Yeah, I love the natural tones.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't see that often.
Well, and like to get a natural vibe out of Turbo Dork, skill.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Thank
enjoy
you.
hobbying, Norman. Thank you, Sir Nernroot.
Hey.
Working on those the Revolutionary Guard that we talked about
yes.
yesterday today. Gluing and painting 150 guardsmen takes some time. I decided to go with Cracked Ice Snow theme.
Hey, there you go.
I love it.
I think it's great.
Oh, you could put some artifacts in the snow.
Oh,
Think of
cool.
like the Revolutionary Wars fought over many years. Like things got left behind. Like what's under the snow.
Space Marine helmets.
Yeah, just a Space Marine helmet
Turns out.
into the snow. I love it. Yeah, the
sounds
irony
awesome.
of me not doing snow for my my Space Wolves, and I'm not generally a proponent of snow, but I think it's going to look so good in your case.
Well, that's the thing. You defend people's rights to not fight on their homeland.
Exactly.
It's not so much that nobody can fight on snow. It's like you are exercising your right to not fight on snow.
Just like mainly, I was just
The
like,
principle.
how do I get away with every color on my models? And I have
Monster.
to justify it.
No, I think it's great. A good base finishes a model.
Yeah.
And it elevates a basic model too.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Well, for me, it's the thing that it's one of those things I use as a motivator, right? I have a really hard time getting through infantry, getting through things, so I find that I love getting them on really cool bases, and
Yep.
that helps me get through the parts of painting that I struggle more with.
Exactly. Well said. Well said.
Thanks so much, Sir Noonroot. I can't put photos in the hobby thing.
If I was Gilliman, I'd definitely send the Space Wolves to Final Jungle Worlds. And I see Willow got your question already, Jez. But yeah, we will be doing Sigmar. It's just going to be a little bit less often because obviously we have less people for it. So, but we'll definitely continue it. Thanks for asking. There's a bunch of stuff coming up for Sigmar. So.
And I bet you can totally ask Sigmar questions to Zach on their hobbies.
That is also
yeah.
very true.
Like, Zach
For
is
sure.
still an amazing knowledge source of AOS content.
Yeah,
so.
it's just going to be more like the way that we do it, right? Where It's
Yeah.
like we have, like, us personally, we haven't been playing Sigmar on stream, but we still play it. And that'll be the same for him, at least for now. So,
At least from what we know.
yeah, of course. Never say never.
Thank you, Michael Cody. So for Titan Watch, I get to do another character write-up that you read on stream, right?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Is this a threat?
This is definitely a threat.
Threat.
This is a promise. Thanks, Michael Cody. Appreciate it.
Love it. What are you? So you're doing.
I'm doing these face plates. This just have this plate on the top of their helmet, and realizing pointing something you can't see here. And I was going to do the lenses, but I realized a lot of these just needed a second coat of white.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is one of the things with the sisters that I've struggled with is I've tried to go too fancy, and this is something I always warn you about. Mel, is like committing to. Well, because it sounds like I'm such a cynic, which I am. Of like, if you're gonna start with a method, make sure that you are committed to finishing with that method.
Exactly.
And I was trying to do too many fancy things. Like, oh, they'll do the faceplate in gray, and then work up with like white, going all the way. And it's just like, thus far, I haven't been successful in actually finishing that. So I'm just gonna go to a nice, clean, pure white. And you know what? It's easier, and it's going to look better than the unfinished version of the fancy thing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I started a Death Guard army years ago
Yeah.
and just went a little too hard on 2 squads. And now I'm just too
That's all you have.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's 2 squads and 2 plague burst crawlers, and it's like I just don't have the will to
Yeah.
maintain that standard.
Exactly.
I mean,
Gotta be
there's
careful.
no better time to get into Death
Oh,
Guard.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard they're really cheap on eBay right now.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Adeptus, Sanguis, Angelus.
Hey, hey.
The stream really helps me to build my Leviathan box. I'm still debating whether I
Yes.
should make my Marines Dark Angels, like the list I sent the past week,
Right.
or building them like Ultramarines. Love me some Daddy G.
Oh, it's a tough call.
I mean, they both have Primarchs, so
That's
who's got
true.
the better Primarch?
Oh! Well, that's definitely the lion. I'm sorry
Yeah,
to say.
sorry.
Daddy lion. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
But I am really loving Ultramarines right now, I will say.
Yeah.
Just to be difficult. From a game perspective, they are really exciting.
Why don't you just paint them your own chapter and then run them as whatever you want?
That's always the smart answer, but it's hard when you want to follow your heart, you know?
I mean,
Like-
she says as she put wolf decals on every
Yeah,
single
you were.
one.
I was like, you don't have to make them explicitly wolves. She's like, no, they're space wolf. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I
That's
have the
new.
soul of a true Space Wolf player, we found out.
You do, actually. You do.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, which Primarch do you want? That's
torn.
that's the question.
I think I know my answer.
Dark Angels.
It's gotta be.
Do you have a new appreciation after work on this project?
Oh yeah, I mean, green's my favorite color, so
Yeah.
just getting to paint a bunch of green and bone is like.
I have lots of questions for you regarding that because my favorite Eldari craft world is Biel-Tan.
Oh.
This used to be my craft world, and then I did the thing I recommended, and I made my own custom craft world, which is the purple, which I like. But like my heart still truly belongs to Biel-Tan.
Biel-Tan,
So
yeah.
I'm like debating like how would I do it, and I'm seeing you do these beautiful greens and bone and stuff like
yeah.
that. So I'm gonna have lots of questions. For
Oh
you.
yeah. Well, I'm.
yeah.
Just feel free to ask.
Oh, Adrian pulled out all his Eldar and like his beautiful purple and white Eldar,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'm thinking green." I was like, "Oh no, I corrupted."
I think I might just repaint them.
No.
It's hard. So the aspect warriors are going to work across both armies because I'm trying to do them in the traditional schemes.
Right.
But like, especially right now, like even if they do changes, which I'm sure that's coming, like, all of the tanks and the walkers and the guardians, all that stuff is bespoke to the craft world.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's. Yeah.
and everyone's upset about them right now anyways, so I'm just going to wait regardless. I know
Right.
Liam's in the same. He loves.
It's the red.
Sam Han.
Sam Han. Yeah.
He has a tattoo of Craftworld Eldar, but it's the same vein. Like he doesn't want to start that project because everyone hates Eldar right now. So
I think that's the well.
I mean, look like the guy.
Yeah.
I don't mind looking like the guy. I'll be the guy, but like I don't know that I actually plan on taking them to a tournament. So then I'm like taking the flack, but with none of the benefit.
Yeah. Exactly.
At that point,
But yeah, might as well stomp some people.
exactly. I'm all for people taking the strongest things they can to tournaments.
Yeah.
But you gotta. You're
Yeah.
walking into that.
Yeah, you gotta expect that.
Yeah.
Maybe getting some looks. I mean, I was telling you before the stream, I want to start at Imperial Knights.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
They're also.
they're very powerful right now. But see, my thinking is, if I start now, by the time I'm
Yeah.
even finished with one, they'll be nerfed into the ground.
100%, yeah.
So
I think you
no
should.
better time than now.
Right.
That was my argument for Space Wolves. Like, I was happening to start Space Wolves when Space Wolves were
Right.
good, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be done by the time they're still good.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the second go around.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Oh yeah, so I've had 2 Land Raider Redeemers for like 3 years now.
Yes.
Not painted. Just I'm waiting for the moment. It's finally here.
Yes. It is time. Can I steal this black, or is this monitor gonna fall down? No, we're good.
We'll see.
Looks like we're good.
We literally have a model holding up our tablet.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
I'm gonna
it.
do lenses. So I'm gonna put the black, and then the red, and then the other red, and then the white.
We are caught up on Super Chat, so if you
Excellent.
have any questions you are dying to get answered, right this un momento. I don't know.
That
So-
definitely was correct Spanish.
I just like something about like Bridger just like popped into my mind there for a second and I just broke. My apologies.
Happens to me all the time.
If you would like something answered right now, we got you. We got you.
Absolutely.
I always get like paint on my fingers and then I end up touching the model.
It's a hard life.
It really,
Yeah.
it really, really is.
I like your list, by the way. We played our first game with your new models.
Yeah, my new models, in which I unfortunately liked my Terminators.
Yes.
Ugh.
They're so good right now, and the new models are beautiful.
No.
Oh my god.
First thing's correct. So, look at the face.
The rhino face, you don't like it?
I can't.
Oh, that's not even a rhino face. That's just a bear head. That's just a dude bro. Yeah, that's fair.
Look at the face. Look at this face. Look at this face. Like, this is how I feel about this face. Like, and then Adrian built his and like made these custom heads, even though I had been complaining about the faces in these forever. and I was just like, couldn't have fixed mine for me.
That was like
fixed mine.
That was like no good deed goes unpunished, because I thought that because it was snap to fit, the heads just came attached.
Yeah.
But Mel built my Terminators
For him, as a kindness.
which was super kind. So I never knew.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to go do mine, and I was like, oh, I can just pop these heads off. So that's what we're gonna have to do to those guys.
We're gonna have to just chop their heads off
do
because
some
I
surgery.
built them, which means there's an excessive amount of glue in there.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good for your turbo dork layers.
It's gonna be fine.
Have you considered battle damage?
There you go.
That is truly
Speaking
the
of which, I might do
way.
that in a moment.
Ooh, I would love to see some battle damage.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam is off to his stream, and many in chat are dual wielding streams.
Yes.
Love
Check
it.
it out. Yeah, and we're just gonna be going for about another half an hour before we call it. So
Got lots of meetings to run to today.
the heads up, yeah. All right. So much going on. It's exciting.
Well, thank you, DGen. I went 4-1 with Tao at Boise Cup GT last weekend. We had an Aldari player who brought 3 Wraith Knights. I could have went 0-5 just to watch him lose again.
DJ, that was you? Oh my god. We were just talking and we're like, oh my god. What? That's so cool. DJ, what is in your list? I want to see your list. Were you teching towards knights? We have so many, we were talking about last night, right? And we're like, what do you do? Like, do you tech towards knights because you know you're gonna play them? What if you get a bad draw? Like, I'm just so curious, and congrats. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, post your list and list building.
I think it's a good lesson too in like, yes, there are tiers of armies of general power, but there are ways you can play around this. You can tech towards the meta. You can practice the heck out of your army and become very good at it, and you can exceed the average, tier list basically. 100% possible.
Also, our sample size and our time duration right now is so small for 10th. Like people are making grand statements about the numbers, about the things.
That's true.
Like we do not have enough time to do a true duration analysis. Like I just can't. Like
As someone who does this professionally.
it's just like, yeah, right now what we're seeing is random outliers caused by uneven distributions of players and types and models. Things will become clearer as we get more data.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, like, there's ones that are easy to draw conclusions from, and then there's others that are much tougher, and so I'm curious to see how those develop moving forwards.
People will come up with solutions.
Michael Cody, no! A single data point is valid to determine to drive trends from.
You know, it turns out the counter to 3 Wraith Knights, Death Guard. Watch, you'll see.
Yeah, it turns out.
There's a secret tech in there somewhere.
And honestly, the fact that it could be, and that's what's beautiful. Like I love about 40k. It's like some point it's gonna be some model that someone dusts off from like 1990s again, and like that's gonna be the savior of our meta.
Yeah. I do feel bad for Melody, who of course famously did take I think it was 3 Wraith Knights to Nova again when they were really, really, really bad. And actually she did pretty well. Very, very interesting. Yeah. DGen did fight and beat 3 Knight players to get 4th. So awesome. Well, I'm going to be checking out the list. Thank you, Bryce. I see you here. Your super chat's not working right now. No worries. I'm crossing my fingers for, tomorrow for Skaven for the preview. Also, I don't know what chapter to paint my Leviathan Reigns. Oh, man. I'd love to see some new Skaven.
Rogue Trader Salamanders. That's what you paint your Leviathan box as.
Rogue Trader Sal. Yes.
I know
Deep
a
cuts.
guy who knows how to paint them.
Wait, what does that look like? That's not the bad app, is it?
It is, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Thank you.
What chapter? So Bryce, I don't think you have any Space Marines, right? You have the Necrons. You have your Skaven. I'm forgetting what your other 40k army I think you have. To be honest, I think Mel's previous advice is still correct. You should paint them in your own chapter.
Yeah.
I was like,
custom
Space Wolves?
yeah, exactly. No, I think you should paint them in your own style, and then you can play them as whatever, because who knows what's going to happen in 11th.
I think if you are not attracted to any Space Marines lore or their story or their ethos,
Right.
I am clearly very attracted to the Space Wolf ethos.
Yeah.
Not terribly into the lore, but I love the ethos of the Space Wolf.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing Space Wolves.
Yeah.
You love your fists. You
Right.
love them.
I do.
And that drove you to do that. But
Yeah.
you are also, you love jumping between. You're not a loyalist
Exactly.
to anyone. So if you're not a loyalist, if something doesn't call to your soul, make your own chapter.
Yeah, and if you're attracted to the aesthetic of a chapter but not the lore, then that's even better for a reason.
Yeah.
You like yellow, you don't like fists.
Yeah.
You have your own chapter
Exactly.
basically. Which, because it's also kind of a weird take on salamanders, you could also run as whatever
exactly.
very easily.
Most people won't even know what they are anyway. So.
No, it's a deep cut.
Yeah.
But that's extra cool then, right? No worries, D-Gen. Looking forward to the list.
Actually, you should paint them as mentors. I'm just throwing out.
Mentors? Which one's that?
So they're
The Buzz
like
Lightyear ones?
kind of. They're the green and then
Yeah.
the white on the white arms and legs.
Totally.
I just read the Emperor's Spears.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cool,
it's
right?
so good.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the Emperor's Spears. You also paint them as
I
that.
love the Emperor Spears. Big fan.
Thank you, Frederick. Cipher looks great, but I see no one else taking him.
Yeah, so Cipher is kind of contentious from what I've seen because, so I'm pretty sure he comes with a Vect inbuilt, which is great, but he's 100 points and that's mostly all he does. Let me see. GSC pay 40 points for a Vect, which I think is totally fair. It's a lot of points, but it's fair. 100 points gets to be.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, if he maybe does something else along with it. Is he
Right.
good at combat?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But even if he's lone operative, okay, he is lone operative. Yeah, he has Vect, he has Dark Pacts, he's lone operative, and then Gun Blazing. Each time an enemy unit is selected to shoot, if one or more of those attacks targets a friendly Heretic Astartes unit within 3, after they have finished making their attacks, this model can shoot as if it were shooting phase, and you have to target that model. Okay, so it's the Galactopus ability.
Hex mark, whatever.
Yeah. So he has, how many plasma pistols? Don't tell me it's just one.
Well, I mean, he holds 2.
Yeah. Cypher's bolt pistol? No, one's a bolt pistol.
Oh,
Oh god, oh god.
oh, don't fall.
I'm not gonna fall into it. This is very delicate work. So he has a bolt pistol and a plasma pistol. Basically, the plasma pistol is, that's weird. They're both assault. They both have sustained 1.
Okay.
The bolt pistol is AP1 for is 6 shots, AP1 for 1, and the plasma is 3 shots, AP3 for 2. The only downside is the 12 inches. If it was even 18, I'd be more interested.
Yeah.
But I actually don't think he's terrible.
How's he in melee?
Does he have a melee profile? No.
What?
He has 6 generic attacks.
Oh my! Oh, that's right. He has the sword, but he doesn't use it.
It's broken. He can't use that sword. What do you think this is? What's his face?
You, Aragorn?
No, yeah. Before that. Hold on.
Lord of the Rings people, let
No.
us. You know what we're talking about.
Cast it into the fire. Picked up his father's sword. Isildur.
Isildur, yeah.
Yeah, Isildur. What is this? Isildur?
Well, thank you, Siege Roots. As someone who liked Desolation Marines and bought 20 of them, I'm getting payback on all my friends who gave me grief for liking their sculpt.
Revenge.
Don't forget to bust out the ATV as well.
The ATV.
The Mario
Oh,
Kart.
I know. So classic. It's funny how our opinions on that stuff changes though. I remember aggressors when they first came out were the weirdest thing.
They're pretty funky.
They're these bulbous hands with
Beer guts.
gear guts and guns in them. We're what the heck? And now I think they're just the coolest thing ever.
I love them.
Yeah. So Desolation Marines real strong. Isildur.
Yeah, now
Hey, Kirby.
it's going to be 9 things in chat of saying Isildur.
Isildur. It's good. I'm glad to see we have the supportive chat.
How did that happen?
All right, back to the red for the eye lenses. And we said
Gory red? I think gory red.
Yeah, but that's the darker one.
Yeah.
All righty, let's see.
Thank you, Captain Mannerings. Up me.
Yeah.
What? Can I even say that?
Yeah, you can do it. Hey, up me duck.
Up me duck?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Building some Sentinel tanks and stripping. Ooh, guard HW team / FOB that aren't indirect. Do you think they can do work? Pizza in it?
Pizza in it! The greatest business idea anyone can steal. I just want to shout out if that happens. The non-indirect with the Sentinels, if they're costed appropriately, you know, you can get some nice shooting firepower out of them. I think they have play. I think it's one of those things where it's like, is it at the tippy top of the book? No. Are they bad? Definitely not. Especially with Sentinels, because you can give them the bonuses to hit and all that stuff. So yeah, I think they can have play, and especially they are something that's very, very important right now, which is anti-tank. That's hard to come by. Not for guard, but it's not bad to have. Like, you can't really have too much. Great question.
Okay. So I'm working the weathering here.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing first is I've got this ivory and I'm sponging it on.
I love it.
Over the bone areas.
Okay.
And what I'll end up doing after this is I'll kind of end up connecting some of these shapes, so you'll notice there's like weird dots. So I'll connect them to make bigger shapes, and they'll look like scratches, or like nicks and scratches.
I love it.
And then I'm going to fill them in with dark rust, Vallejo dark rust, which is a dark brown, and it'll look like chipping.
I love it. So that second step where you connect them into the larger shapes, that's with brush at that point?
Yep, that's with brush.
Nice. The sponging is such a game changer.
Oh, it's so fast, and it gives you, that thing that your brain won't let you do, which is completely random patterns.
Yeah, exactly. I've tried doing it by hand, and it ends up looking very cartoony.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's wild how realistic a sponge looks. Absolutely wild.
Well, thank you, Jesse Babb.
Oh, what's
Do
up, Jesse?
you think knights towering is a problem, or is it a terrain problem? Big knights lost their ability to fall back and shoot and charge from 9th. They're easy to lock up and keep them from moving on objectives.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it. Jesse is a knight player, so definitely concerned about, over heavy-handed response from GW. Towering is a weird rule for me. I do think that terrain plays a huge part. I think proper terrain will make a huge, huge difference. And we released a short today that was about the main terrain fix that GW is never going to say, which is board up all your windows all the way up and down, which is also what, by the way, Games Workshop does at their events for their terrain. They're just never going to say it because they don't
want you to do that to their terrain.
Well, they don't want to admit that they're selling a product that you need to modify.
Yeah.
So I totally understand their stance, but I think if you do that, that goes a long, long, long way to fixing towering. I do think it is maybe still a little bit too strong, though.
So I'm not a competitive player, but something I've heard, and maybe you can enlighten me on this, is that people seem to think that towering is the problem, but Chaos Knights are not super overpowered, is what it sounds like.
Right.
So is that something that people are just saying and it's not true, or, I guess, what is your opinion on that?
Great question. So, again, we don't have a ton of data points.
Right.
But last weekend we saw Imperial Knights at, I think, a 65% win rate.
Ooh, yeah.
Chaos Knights still a 60% win rate.
Okay, so they're still outside of where you want them to be.
Yeah, I think the way that Knights are a problem compared to the way that Chaos Knights are a problem can be fixed with points.
Yeah.
Because they almost just universally have just better abilities. So you just shouldn't be able to get so much. Like an Imperial Knights list will be more elite than a Chaos Knights list. And that can be fine. So it's part of the problem, but it's not the whole problem.
Gotcha.
Good question. Yeah, I think they need to adjust towering. I'm just not 100% sure how I would want them to fix it, maybe just say screw it. Like, they just work like everything else. Like, if you're behind terrain, you're obscured. If you're, just make it work like everyone else. Maybe we don't need this special exception. When you have things like, I think Magnus doesn't have towering. So if he can be obscured, like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
Knight is like the same height
Yeah, exactly.
at that point. So, yeah, but I'll also be curious in chat what folks think. If you wanted to make a change to towering, what would you do? Do you think it's fine? There's so many factors, because I think towering is super strong, but also the Knights are just too cheap right now.
Which is a shame, because I want to run a lot of big Knights, but like I also want to be. I still want people to have
still
fun
want
playing against
friends.
me. Yeah, exactly.
Totally. I think you can tone them down. but it's a valid concern. All right, let's see. Degen has list. Beep. In list 1439. Wait, what does that mean?
The time?
2:39.
2:39.
Oh, right. Right. Thank you. Boop.
While you're doing that, I'm just connecting those dots now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Right here on the. So taking these shapes and just kind of making them into one big one.
Oh, I love it.
Also, when you're, you don't have to do edge highlighting if you're doing weathering. You just kind of tap along
Okay.
the edge, so it looks like it's been scraped up. It's nice because if you mess up, it just looks like weathering.
Right.
Yeah.
Happy accidents.
It's important to set yourself up for that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think teching into like what you know you're bad at is like such a good idea.
Yes, 100%.
Like if you don't have like the steadiest of hands, paint with that in mind. Like come up with a style with that in mind.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's super.
Not
like,
everything has to be super smooth, right?
Yeah, like paint works. Like
Yeah, well, and you know, there's an order in which you paint things, which is something like you noticed Cire painted in a way that you did get some overspray onto the nipple guns.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's fine because I'm going to repaint that. anyways.
Exactly.
And that's like accepting that you don't need to have that accuracy.
Yeah, you don't need.
You
Yeah,
can
exactly.
Extend that everywhere.
Don't spend your time on stuff that you're just going to go over anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, Degen said, never mind too long of a list, 1 second. No worries. Let me know when you have it. Shall we take another question?
yes, let me get that open. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Sir Nernroot. I feel your pain about custom chapters. I love yellow and want to do fists, but now I don't know if I can just justify changing from Soul Drinkers.
Soul drinkers are so
They're
good.
so cool.
I think stay with soul drinkers.
Yeah, I think
That's
stick
just
with Soul
super
Drinkers.
Cool.
So that's the purple and gold.
Ah.
There's a lot of ones that Shane bought were Soul Drinkers. And just happened to be basically the scheme that we did. Soul Drinkers are really cool, I'll be honest.
Yeah, they're really neat.
You know? God, okay, we're doing more lenses.
There's nothing stopping you from incorporating yellow into that scheme. I know they have their set scheme, but if you want to throw a yellow cloak on your captains or little yellow robes on your stern guard.
Tricked out yellow robes.
That was the thing. Like, I love, this is my favorite color. It's the gold yellow. And I originally was going to have it on the Space Wolf shoulders, but it was too much.
Right.
So then I just made sure I put it in the base, so I still have it. That's why the crystals are that color.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. Like Adrian's going to put Vallejo blue-green in anything, everywhere, no matter what. I usually end up getting that gold yellow in something. So totally possible to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Noah Brown. Second try. Have a theme in mind for my Death Guard, full of bees and wax like hives, but not sure how I get a waxy effect. Thoughts?
Waxy, that's interesting.
Huh.
One. Have I told you about gold yellow? I have Sylvanath, and I have the character. I'm forgetting.
Oh, Draca?
Draca.
Yeah.
And I have thought about using hot glue to make drips
Yeah.
of honey.
Drippy drap.
But waxy is an interesting. How would you do wax?
Wax. I think you could do maybe green stuff. What waxy? What do you mean waxy? Like wax? Like drippy wax?
Or like is the waxy texture?
So for me, I'm thinking of both. Like
Bees, you said bees, so.
like I think a gloss or a satin finish for the wax will go a long way, especially if like you're making sure you only have on the parts that you actually want to have that waxy feel. Then it's like, oh, it's not just the whole model is glossy. It's like this thing is a glossy or wet kind of texture.
Yeah.
So you can do that. And I was like thinking in my head, like from a texture perspective, what could you actually put physically on the model? Like, is there a paint you could use, or a texture paint?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Thanks, Northern Knights Gaming. Take it later.
See ya.
Drippy wax, also maybe solid, more solid like a candle. So these drippy things that you guys are talking about can definitely work for that, right?
Yeah, so like
Green stuff.
or hot glue or sprue goo even.
Sprue goo
If you know what
would be
sprue goo is, that's when you melt down plastic sprue and put it in some like Tamiya, what's it called, cement?
Yeah, the plastic cement?
Yeah, plastic glue or plastic cement.
Yeah, I think those are good solutions, honestly. I love it.
I think that's gonna be. But
Oh yeah, and I want to see those. That sounds really cool. Bees,
So
bee
cool.
death card.
Be yourself. Okay. We're doing pretty good here.
well, thank you, Siege Roots. Again, a local T-Stones player wanted to pick up Marines, and he's going to be a Fist player. Already got that box with the character. Adrian, what should I advise him to get next for his collection?
Great question. Yeah, the box with the character. So this is the. I saw people chatting this in the Discord earlier. One that comes with aggressors and heavy intercessors, Torgaradon, which is awesome. This is fantastic. I think if you want to keep in that theme, get yourself some eradicators for sure. Get yourself a Biologus Apothecary to go with said eradicators. Because lethal hits on Meltas that get 4 rerolls is pretty spicy.
Quite
meaningful.
good.
Yeah.
Quite good.
And so I like that. Other Fist stuff, kind of related. I mean, I don't know if you're against Terminators because they're kind of like Gravis adjacent.
Yeah.
But if you're not, I do really like Assault Terminators with Lysander. It's just like finally you get the shield wall. It's the closest thing we've come to a shield wall outside of Horus Heresy, which has always done a better job of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's super cool. And some big firepower in the back. Like,
I mean, Sternguard, I feel like fit fists pretty good.
Oh,
the shoot, they're all about standing and shooting. That's. I mean, that's not a diss. It's what they do.
I'll allow it. It's and they're combi bolters, right? So like they're bolters.
Yeah,
there you go.
They love bolters.
I like that. I think those would be the next steps. And then there's a couple just general Space Marine things that are just good to have, like infiltrators, and then some heavy firepower like a gladiator or something.
Oh yeah.
Which would be like cool, and they still fit in fists. But I'm super excited for their journey. Have fun. Let us know how it goes. Beautiful. I like these reds. I did all the eyes.
Oh, nice.
Mostly. Well, I haven't done the white dot inside of them. Normally, I know the white dot like transforms. Oh, can I borrow this?
Yep. Oh, that's not, I thought that was. I thought you were reaching for the
Are
green.
you sure you don't want gold yellow?
No,
it's
they're pretty similar. I'll do gold yellow.
No, they're not similar. They're not similar.
They're similar.
No,
they're not the same. They're similar.
Yeah, this is more orange.
Oh my god, what are you?
I'm making a point.
This is. Hold on. Let's go.
This is like okay, chat. Yesterday,
I can't
Adrian
see it.
tried to convince me that
Oh my
ranch
God.
dressing and Caesar dressing are the same thing, and then he was upset.
They're the same thing.
Oh, those look way too similar down there. Oh no.
Can you actually tell the difference?
Wait for them to dry.
Maybe it'll
You gotta
change. Look at that. Wow.
Okay, but back to the Caesar and ranch dressing, where I think I may have legs to stand on. Okay, enjoy.
So they're very similar.
Okay, the
You know what?
problem
I like
is,
this one. Thanks.
Is that
You don't know which one you've been using?
No, I used this to edge highlight that. This is
Over
not-
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not be getting your bang for your buck there.
No.
I really like edge highlighting yellow with off-white. That's what I do on my fists. What? I'm not. I'm just saying. They're like basically the same thing, okay? Not my fault.
Those are definitely the same color.
I'll take that victory where I can.
We're gonna wait. Chad will come back and wait and see what it tries.
To be fair, to be fair, my argument was more focused on, I would say, the fact that they both have dairy in them. You
Okay.
know, for lactose intolerant people, if we're trying to avoid one, then the other one also is basically the same thing. So.
Yeah, that's they're both kind of white. They've got like little black specks in them.
There are no.
They don't
anchovies
taste
in
the
it.
same, but
It's so weird. Why do we put anchovies in this? This is like a Cire thing.
oh no, that's sardines. And,
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anchovies, disgusting. If I'm gonna eat, I like my canned fish.
I'm sorry, you handed me a can of fish.
I did.
And you're like, this is great for protein.
Anchovies not smelly enough for
Chat,
Cire.
have you ever had smoked kippers? They're
Kippers?
pretty good.
It literally sounds like you're talking about a dog food right now.
Yeah, kibble?
Kibbles? I heard it had lots of protein.
Yeah.
For your dog.
Here's some dog food. Yeah.
Yeah. Great way to-
Purina. I don't know what that is.
Then again, I tried cricket protein, so I can't really say
Did try
anything.
cricket, and you were sick to your stomach.
I was so sick.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to
That was weird.
I was trying to increase my intake of protein because I'm 30 and need to do that. And I was like, oh, like the crickets are like, I don't know, they got me. They got the marketing. They're like, this is super green because like it's
1 million crickets died to make this packet.
But
very
I don't,
green.
it was like we're trying to eat less cows. I don't know. I went through a long journey in my brain to justify this. I was super on board. Made oats with cricket protein and was like very quickly was not happy with that decision.
I'll just go vegetarian.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
I am now
exactly.
on pea protein. It's all fine.
That's funny.
Oh, smoked oysters are yummy.
Yeah, smoked oysters.
Ooh, that does sound stinky but good.
Also come in a can.
What?
Yeah,
Ew!
yeah.
What? Oh my god, I like smoked salmon. That's good. And not weird.
I don't know. We never know. Something's gonna be weird.
Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, wait.
Let's
I'm
see.
regretting.
It's over here.
You have regrets?
I'm regretting. I'm not being accurate enough.
Oh, so I actually have something.
Yeah.
If you want to try it.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay,
If I-
okay.
well, okay, hold on. Maybe I gotta check if I brought it.
I
don't
agree
wanna
with
get you-
Clavin. I don't think Adrian knows what Caesar dressing is exactly either. I think we're gonna. This is
been
gonna be like
established.
special members content. I will film Adrian
You should
taste
try
testing ranch
putting
and
this
Caesar.
on the edges. It's like a recess shade. I don't know
Oh,
if you
okay.
already hit the black.
What is this?
It's just
Black.
panel liner.
Oh, okay,
Well, it
okay.
looks like you already got it, so maybe not. But
So what I do is I put the black first.
Yeah.
And then I do the red.
okay.
So that generally gets it because then the red doesn't go all the way to the edge.
Yeah. Okay.
I like this though. That would work if I started with the red.
Yeah. If you had started with the red.
Exactly. No, the trouble is, so normally what I'll do is, I'll do black,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll do red, but kind of like here.
Not to the edge.
And then I'll do like orange, and then I'll do like white.
White dot. Yeah.
So this was me trying to do the orange/yellow, and it's just a little derpy.
All right.
DGen has posted link at 1447, which is 247 for you.
But it's not 247 yet. That's where I was struggling.
Oh, it's 247 where they're at.
Correct.
Which means it's 147. Are you in Mountain Time, DGen? Let us know what time zone you're at. Never thought of that.
Yeah.
That just broke my
That's why I was like,
brain a little bit.
quietly going through the list, and I was like, wait a minute, that's in the future. But I don't want to get gaslit again. All right.
Well, thank you, Captain Mannerings. Liam raid at the end of stream. Yeah, so we will, well, at least I will be ending stream in 8 minutes.
Yeah, we.
Yes.
What was the request?
We raid Liam's stream
Yes.
afterwards.
Oh yes, 100%. We're definitely gonna hop over there for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll be ending soon. So if you have any final questions, now's the time. All right, DGen, I got you. So this is because we were curious. DGen did really well, 4-1 at the Boise Cup, fourth place, or 4-1 is what it was with Tau, in a time in which they're not good. So we have Warlord Shadow Sun, Commander, Cold Star Commander with 4 Cyclic Ion, a marker and a shield enhancement, Kion. Crisis Commander times 4 Cyclic Ion, with marker and a shield. Farside team, Breacher team, the Guardian drone, shield drone, cool. Another Breacher team, same loadout. Devilfish. This is a cool list. Broadsides times 3 with railguns and seeker missiles, with 6 shield drones for extra wounds. 3 spout, yeah, okay. And then crisis suits times 3 and times 3 times 9. Oh yeah, so 3 crisis with cyclic ion shield and shield drones. Another block of the same, and then Ghost Keel with cyclic raker, twin fusion, and stealth suit times 3 looks like, and then Vespid. I love this list. This is a really cool. I'm saving this. Screenshot. Perfect. DGen, this is an
We have
awesome
a list ready for your next Tau game.
It's cool. It's not it's actually not skewed at all. It looks like it just plays the game really well. and I feel like it was probably piloted extremely well because this is a list that that could get shot off the field if you play it badly, honestly. So I'm super into it. This is awesome. Thanks to you, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. And again, congrats.
Yeah, congratulations.
You're a legend. Love it.
Thank you, Bryce Kingman. Retro Space Wolves, Chest Eagles bright yellow, red bolt guns, and yellow chainswords with black dags designs.
Yes.
Green stuff, extra details, and wolf bits. Like,
So good.
Yes.
That's the true way to do it, honestly.
With goblin green bases.
Goblin green bases. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you played with some yellow. You were trying to do the classic, but it kind of felt weird, right? Like,
Adrian keeps giving me this lovely compliment, like that these have the Space Wolf essence of like the. It's a lovely compliment.
They do.
Like that, I'm still like staying kind of close to Space Wolves. So, but yeah, there are the classic Space Wolf list. But if I did that, then I would have to do snow, and then
Which that's a bridge too far.
That's
that is
where
a
I
bridge too
draw the
far.
line.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
honestly, so is it? What is the model we have borrowed that has so much good custom stuff on it?
Oh, Bjorn.
Yeah, so like
Bjorn is nuts.
part of me, what I'm thinking that I'm going to make Adrian get me for my birthday, and something that uniquely Adrian only can get me, is like a really customized, like kit bash, like model.
That'd be
and like
amazing.
I can't tell if it's going to be Santa or Logan, or like what Space Wolf model, and or is it going to be my Mutt Cuts Land Raider?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, just get a bunch of tufts.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Like the head of a Titan or something, like on it.
Yeah, the Warhound Titan as like the door of the Land Raider.
I'm into it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, thank you, Nick Denty. I will stake my claim that ostrich meat is surprisingly good, and also they don't make methane, and also they are evil monsters. You have been hurt by it.
They are evil monsters. They're terrifying creatures for sure. They really, really are. I've never tried. We've been to ostrich farms.
You had ostrich jerky.
I don't remember what it tasted like.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like most jerky's gonna taste the same because it's like super smoked.
Yeah,
and flavored.
super smoked and cured and all that. So.
And what was that thing? Like an ostrich egg omelet is like 30 regular eggs or something.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's protein for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get it canned though?
Oh god.
Then I don't want it.
Something about canned eggs really upsets me.
Oh man. Although I guess if it's like you know, what's that style? If you get like egg in your ramen and it's like the cubes of it, I could see that coming in a can. That'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down with it.
Well, thank you, Caldorf. Building Daddy Lion along with the stream. Thoughts on making a good list around Mr. J. Also, Old Lion is the best lion, says this OG.
Ooh, love it. Okay. Mr. J. Judiciary? Mr. J Dog?
See what happens when people don't use the real name.
J Daddy?
Say more, Caldorf.
Let me know, Caldorf, yeah. I certainly have ideas for Dark Angels lists.
Right, I'm gonna put this up for Clan Camp because we're gonna stop soon.
Yeah, we're gonna be rounding it out. It's beautiful, beautiful. I made some progress. Sisters just take forever.
Yeah, they're super detailed.
Like this was all just teeny detail work. But we're getting there. I'm excited for them. Canned whole chicken? Bryce says we don't need snow for Space Wolves. It can be springtime on Fenris.
So,
It turns out it's actually just jungle and
so what that means is like one little flower and snow.
yeah, exactly.
I think.
Oh,
Fenris-
Daddy Johnson. I'm dumb. Thank you. I was like, that's not his name.
Yeah. If you wanted to.
Oh, I do. Let's take a look. Cire.
There we go.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Oh,
Also,
look
yeah,
at that
shows
gun.
that plasma.
So this is actually painted by Izzy.
Oh.
I went for a lesson yesterday, and
Learn the
he
ways.
and he showed me how to paint plasma. So.
That's amazing.
When are you going to show the rest of us how to paint plasma? Pay it forward.
Yeah,
Pay it forward.
Yeah, now I got to find more plasma to paint. That'll be next stream.
Right? I know. Well, there's Dark Angels.
Yeah, they do love a plasma.
Right? All right. Yeah, clearly, so this is how to make a list around the Joker. Perfect. So let's see. The Lion is amazing. He's got lone operative when you're close to someone, like physically, also emotionally. And so I think obviously take him. I do think you take at least one unit of infiltrators. They're just really great at scoring. I would look then at taking a unit of Black Knights because is it black? I always mix them up. Yeah, Black Knight's the Terminators. -1 damage natively now, which is wildly powerful.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of that. A block of them, probably near the lion, is this big nasty kind of hammer unit, and then, gosh, there's so many directions you can take it. They don't actually really get anything special for Hellblasters, but I think it is pretty strong. I would say your choice of Hellblasters or Desolation Marines with a support character in there. I would look towards supporting it with, I would frankly take another Terminator brick and I would make it the command squad. That just comes in built with an apothecary, a banner, and a pseudo captain. So you take all that and support it with some fast speeders with Ravenwing, and probably Samael as well because he's awesome. So broadly speaking, that's what I would do. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Love it.
I think we will wrap it up.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Always.
We're going to do a bunch more of these. Of course, we're going to try to do them semi-regularly as schedules permit. I think Friday is going to be an easier day. You don't have your normal work, and so it's going to be easier.
Yep.
We can kind of be a bit more flexible,
Yeah.
but that's going to be a big thing. So it's been lovely hanging out and chatting. Of course, don't forget tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's going to be Bridger versus John, Grey Knights Necrons with Lindsay producing.
Also, the lists are wild, so definitely come
crazy.
take a
Lots
look.
of silver on the table.
Right? And a bunch of new members today, so thank you so much for gifting those. Don't forget, Tuesday is our members-only game where you can actually vote on what we play, what we do, and have an input on the things that we do on this channel. It's also nice because it's very intimate. So
Also,
Yeah.
like, it's a U.S. holiday next Tuesday, so
Oh, yeah.
maybe there might be some shenanigans.
there's going to be like, there's going to be a heavy barbecue theme going on. So thank you all so much for joining us. We will catch you next time on the Tabletop. Bye.
Bye.